Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the track. 19 contestants, always at 19 victims, are on the course. My gosh, that's a good close-up of the teeth of the wolf, of Tish and her ball. But they are in the lead at this moment in time. But this is only the start. Jay Kennedy's in the mix, so is Thomas and Pat and Ricochet. They are all in this big pack. And Ricochet is really giving this a go now. Ricochet has mixed up with everyone else, and Jay Kennedy has a lead. Thomas, the penguin, is there. Look at Very Chewy just coming along the right-hand lane and almost took the lead, but Jay Kennedy said, not today. It is Jay Kennedy in the lead on the second lap. It is the last one of the year, the dogs track called the track, and 555 ranking. That's where Jay Kennedy is right now. The last one to get onto the hoodie and the shirt. That's what they call it. Who will it be? We'll see in a couple of minutes' time, as Jay Kennedy is in that position right now. I don't know if they've won any during the year. I've been doing my research. I reckon Ricochet has got something earlier this year, and it wasn't in the first half of the year. It was in the second half of the year. But Jay Kennedy, I don't know if you're on the list, so we'll see. We'd like to give wins to first-timers on this, and this is your time, I reckon. It could be, but you have to contend with, at the moment, Unremarkable Flashback, who's in second. Very Chewy's in third. Thomas is in fourth right now. Noodles, Tish, Troby, Beagle, myself, and Chicky round out the top 10. Unremarkable Flashback is actually giving a really good case to take over first place, but they are just lingering there on the inside railing of the front straight now, going on to the outside railing of the back straight. It is Jay Kennedy that's in the lead of Thomas, but Unremarkable Flashback is also there. They are 68th in the world and hugging that railing on the outside. Jay Kennedy hugs the inside just momentarily, cutting off the corner. Very nicely done. Jay Kennedy is still in the lead. Very Chewy's into second now. Would you believe? We don't want Very Chewy winning anything here because they are just an emotional support marble after all. It is Jay Kennedy still doing it. Very Chewy, then Thomas Hale, then it's Unremarkable Flashback in fourth. Winner Beagle, Troby, Tish, Noodles, Pat, and Kiwi plenty your top 10. On the outside railing of the back straight, that bad bastard gets a flatty, and Booty also gets a flatty. Oh my gosh, flatty buddies right there. They're flatmates. Yes, they're flatmates. It's Jay Kennedy on the outside railing of the front straight right now, going into the sixth lap. It is Jay Kennedy that is still doing it in front of Very Chewy, then Thomas Hale. Oh my gosh, that's your top three at this moment in time, and Jay Kennedy has a really big lead, and it's actually around about 50 balls length, maybe more, between first and second. Very Chewy, my goodness me. Winner Beagle just got a flatty. Would you believe that? Winner Beagle got a flatty. It's Unremarkable Flashback that's in fourth, ahead of Troby and Pat. Tish, Kiwi Plains, Noodles, and Klecker in 10th. Into the 7th lap we go. It is Jay Kennedy that's still in the lead, and Very Chewy is way back there in second. And I say way back there because they're still in the previous lap, but I think they have gone into this current lap now. Thomas is in second now. Thomas has gone into second and leaving. Well, is Very Chewy still there? Pat's getting 2 boosts, by the way, and Jay Kennedy is still running away from Thomas Hale, but I've seen stranger things before, and I reckon this could be one of them if they do catch up. Very Chewy and Thomas Hale, they are definitely putting on something here, but I don't know if they can catch up, but they still could. They could surprise the whole apple cart and just absolutely tip it over. It is Jay Kennedy that's still in the lead. Very Chewy is very much in the frame, and Thomas Hale is trying to catch up here on the 8th lap. Could you believe this? Very Chewy is giving a really good chase on the inside railing for them. Jay Kennedy doesn't even hit any of those rails, just keeping in the centre. Now on the outside railing of the front straight around this corner, it is Jay Kennedy, 5:55 in the world, going into the penultimate lap. It is Very Chewy that's in second, and Thomas Hale's in third. I want Thomas Hale to at least be in front of Very Chewy because you can't have the emotional support bot ball in second place. But still, they'll give him a big head or a big ball, whichever one it is. Jay Kennedy, if anything, you've got to keep this lead as well because, we don't want that going on with Very Chewy. Clicker Spats has just got a flatty, by the way. Jay Kennedy has 1 lap to go from glory. Jay Kennedy is on the outside railing of the front straight now. Into the final lap we go for the year. It is Jay Kennedy that's doing it. Dead is Jack Kennedy, would you believe? Very Chewy is still lurking a little bit. They've actually dropped off. They've dropped off the pace, and Pat was in third. So is Kiwi Plains. Thomas has dropped off a little bit as well. Very Chewy's been challenged by Kiwi Plains. Oh my goodness me, how did Kiwi Plains do this? Let's talk about stranger things, but I reckon Jack Kennedy's got this one in the bag. He's got it in the bag. That's better than Santa's sack. It is Jack Kennedy, and how is that? First place to Jack Kennedy. Very Chewy, Kiwi Plains, Thomas Hale, then Pat. My gosh, that was close. Troby, unremarkable flashbag just from Everett. Then Tish and Noodles. That was close in all of those positions. Winner Beagle was getting in just there. Booty's last. Booty's going to be the last one. Jack Kennedy, your 752nd win of the season. That's the ravioli, isn't it? You got 114 points. Very Chewy, 110, and Kiwi Plains, 106. After that, it was Thomas Hale, then Pat, Troby, Unremarkable Flashbag, Everett, Tish, Noodles, Ricochet, Cheeky, Wave Weaver, then it's me, Klecker, Bente, Dat Fat Bastard, Beagle, and then it was Booty.